And now, approved thoughts by a casual observer.
I've been thinking about truth, not truth as a slogan or a weapon or something shouted in capital letters, just truth as the thing people once meant when they tried to understand each other. For a long time, truth was treated as something external, something you discovered, something you moved closer to by asking questions, examining evidence, and correcting yourself when you were wrong. It wasn't perfect, but it gave us a common direction. Lately, though, truth seems to mean something else. Today, truth is often described as personal, subjective, informed not by what is, but by how something feels. We're told that everyone has their own truth, and that questioning someone's truth is not curiosity. It's harm. At first, this sounds compassionate. After all, people experience the world differently. Pain is real, perspective matters, and for a moment, it feels kinder to say, your truth is valid, than to ask, is it true? But once truth becomes personal, something subtle changes. If truth belongs to the individual, then disagreement stops being about ideas and starts being about identity. You're no longer saying, I don't think that's correct. You're saying, I don't accept you. And when truth is tied to identity, conversation becomes dangerous because conversation requires friction, questions, clarification, the possibility that one of us might be wrong. But if being wrong is the same as being erased, then no one can afford to think out loud. So language begins to change. Words become carefully chosen, not to be accurate, but to be safe. Statements are softened, questions are prefaced, silence becomes strategic. Not because people have nothing to say, but because saying the wrong thing costs too much. In this environment, communication doesn't disappear. It transforms. People still speak, but they stop meaning what they say. They speak in signals, in approved phrases, in language designed to avoid consequence rather than convey reality. Truth is no longer something we aim at together. It becomes something we protect ourselves from. And this creates a strange paradox. We are told that truth is subjective, but dissent is not. We are told that meaning is personal, but disagreement is punished. We are told that language evolves, but only in one direction. At some point, we're asked to hold two ideas at once, that truth cannot be defined, and that certain conclusions are non-negotiable. This is where communication begins to collapse, because communication requires shared definitions, shared assumptions, at least a small agreement about what words mean. If every word carries a private definition, conversation turns into parallel monologues. We talk past each other. We respond to implications instead of arguments. We hear offense where none was intended and intention where none existed. Eventually, people stop trying, not because they don't care, but because the cost of clarity is higher than the benefit of being understood, and something else quietly disappears. Correction. In a world of personal truth, correction is cruelty. Learning becomes violence, and humility becomes dangerous, because humility requires the ability to say, I might be wrong. But if wrongness is treated as moral failure, no one can afford to admit it. So positions harden, language freezes, and truth, whatever it once was, becomes unreachable. Not because it doesn't exist, but because we've made it unspeakable. And I guess what I'm still thinking about isn't whether truth hurts. It's what happens when we decide that being offended is more important than being understood.